Hi, Kaya.
Hi, Judy.
Good to see you.
You as well.
Yeah, it's really been quite a year.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just was really interested to talk with you a little bit about the work that you're doing to help people economically. And I know at MFS for so many years, we've really focused on low-resourced communities to bring them assets and help them when they need help the most. And it seems like this year, there's been some new needs.
In normal times, the economic empowerment team really focuses on building long-term goals, such as building people's credit score or helping them deal with their student loans. We had to pivot to supporting people with those shorter-term crisis needs, such as resource navigation. So there are a lot of resources in our community, whether it was food pantries or different rental assistance programs that people didn't know were out there, because it's so hard to navigate all of that, especially when you've just lost your job and you're trying to support your kids who are distance learning. So we were there to support our clients, both old and new, with accessing all of those resources that are already in our community, including resources like cash, because we know that a lot of money came in through the economic impact payments or stimulus checks, and will be coming in through the child tax credits. And without filing your taxes, people didn't have a way to access that money.
Hey Riley, you know, I know that you've been doing this work for a long time, ever since years back before we merged as organizations in 2019. Can you tell me a little bit about your perspective about what's important about this work to the people that we help?
The whole program is centered around volunteer tax preparation. It's important in that there are really significant tax credits out there in the tax code right here, right now. And they can have a huge impact for families. But the tax code in itself poses a barrier for a lot of our folks, and we see it from a couple different perspectives. One is things like language, things like geography. The taxes itself are in English, not even to mention the complexity of the tax code itself. So push come to shove, we really see people need help in getting access to these, and to be able to have a free resource for those individuals to get those resources we see as really important for our folks. But looking forward, we're constantly thinking about how can we do a unified push with culturally specific, culturally responsive organizations that are already engaged in this. So the MFS CASH Oregon program is trying to collaborate as much as possible, and we do that with our recruitment efforts, with our training efforts with volunteers, and our advocacy work that we do across the state, and trying to bring more resources, more attention to how important of an effort this is.
Our volunteers come from all walks of life, and we provide the training for them so that they can pass IRS required certification. We have volunteers that speak 26 different languages.
26?
Yes, among our volunteers. So when we go out to recruit volunteers, so many people are bilingual or actually multilingual. And that attracts them to the program.
We are a center for kind of demystifying taxes.
Yeah.
So a lot of in the one-on-one interactions, we're explaining the tax code. And the other thing that we do at the same time is we say, come join us. Do you want to get involved in this? Do you want to give back into the community? And we do get a good response
From our own clients.
From our actual clients itself that want to come back in.
So I used to go to these places where I pay $125 to do my taxes. There has to be somewhere, they can help me do my taxes or do my taxes without me paying this much.
What was your experience like at CASH Oregon?
People are really friendly. The way they welcome people, you feel like, okay, yes, you feel home. Being in that environment, it drags you in, it makes you want to contribute, use something. That's the reason why I volunteered. I was a client facilitator. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like, yes, it was just yesterday I was with CASH, I come for help. And today, I'm helping. I feel like a part of the community, because I'm giving back what I love.
I didn't know anything about taxes, and so I was somewhat hesitant. But I signed up, I took the training, the tests, and here I am. I've been doing it for 4 years now. I had been a social worker for 30 years before retiring, and so I get to use some of my interviewing skills. when I talk to families, whether it's a couple, family with children, or a family of one.
This past year, there was one gal. I really enjoyed helping her. She had several years, had not filed. Kind of got the impression life was rough, which it is for a lot of people during this time. She was working on getting her life back on track and just couldn't believe what it was that we could do for her. She was getting sizable stuff, and that was going to solidify finishing getting her life on track, which she was just in tears with gratuity. The taxpayers, I've always considered them my annual friends. It's like Old Home Week. Each week there's a new group. You've watched these people grow up. They've had their own kids. Now their kids are growing up and having kids. It's just a wonderful process to see life evolve. And I do look forward to seeing everybody every year.